What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am, of course, Jason, your host, guide, driver, whatever you want to call me. So today we're on the south side of Virginia City, and we're actually heading to the top of that mountain over there that's in the far distance. Not the one on the right, but the one on the left. That's called Rawe Peak, R-A-W-E. We're going to try to head up there. I say try because I didn't do a scouting run on this. I haven't been down in this area in a few weeks. And although we've had a few days in the 60s, that mountain looks like it's covered in snow. So the path to get to the top of it actually goes around the south side of it. So you kind of snake around behind it and then come back up. Which is probably good news. There probably isn't as much snow on the back side of it. I say the back side of it, the south side of it. Because that's typically how it seems to work here in the Reno Tahoe areola. But if it's a bust, then we'll find something else to do. So that's the plan today. We're going to make a quick pit stop in Dayton and get fuel. And then we're going to head up the hill, hopefully. So we are fully kitted out today. We are adventure pants, adventure boots. We've got our hydration pack on. We got snacks. And we are ready to conquer this thing. So let's roll the intro, and then we'll get into this bad boy. What do you say? Alright guys, so we are all fueled up. Actually had to derobe, if you will, because it's probably 74 or 75 down here. That was layered up pretty good because it's only like 60 something in Reno, and it probably wasn't even into the 50s up in Virginia City. All these guys in buggies, they're probably coming from where I'm going or something. We'll see. So, scoping this thing out on Google Earth, it looks like you just turn here by the high school and then kind of, yeah, public land. So we're trying to get, I don't know if you guys can see them on the camera, but there's towers up there. You guys know me and my affinity for communication towers. I always want to get to them and check them out, so that's kind of where we're heading. I would be totally cool if the road was like this the whole time. This is my kind of stuff. Off-road, but not insanity. I probably should have went through just a little, like, gear check back there at the gas station, but I did it a couple of days ago on the bike, so we should be good to go. I mean, I'm doing 40. Surely I can't do 40 the whole way up this thing, right? Like, it's got to get worse than this. Careful what you wish for. Famous last words. It's got to get worse than this. I just really hope we can get to the top. That's my kind of like my, well, my number 2 priority. My number 1 is to get to the top safely, or just to ride safe. But it's always a huge bummer. I've had a few this season, or this early season already, where I haven't been able to get to the destination that I was actually shooting for, which always sucks. Like, that's a huge buzzkill for me. I don't know, like, about you guys that ride, and sure, you can take chances and, like, push it. And if I was with a buddy, like, you know, there's some of the scenarios that I've been through where it wouldn't be as big of a deal, but a lot of the places I ride in, I mean, I've got great service right here, but I'm guessing as soon as we get to the back of the mountain, there's not going to be any. A lot of the places I ride in, there's not cell service, so I can't, you know, if shit goes sideways, I can't call somebody, and then you're hiking out, which is fine. I'm okay hiking out, but I hate to leave, you know, I hate to leave a bike up there, because if somebody comes across it, you know, Oh, there's the Dayton D over there to the right. I don't know if you guys can see it on that little hill right there. I don't guess I've ever paid a whole lot of attention to where that was, but it's just right over there. Alright, time to press forward. Press on? Press forward? Move forward? I don't know. You guys know what I mean. So yeah, went full adventure gear today, just in case. That's one of the things that kind of holds me back at times. If I find like mud or snow. If I'm in street clothes, I'll more often than not avoid it. I actually hate getting the bike dirty. But I have to like try to reprogram my brain to tell myself like this isn't a show bike, it's not a street bike. This bike is basically like a tool. This is a tool to get you places where your car can't. So while you don't want to abuse your tools, like they're gonna get dirty, you know? Think about like a mechanic's wrench. It's gonna get greasy, it's gonna get dirty, but you clean it up and you put it back in the box and you use it again. So I have to kind of like reprogram my brain for that kind of mentality. Because the stuff I like to do, I mean, quite often, I mean, this summer, it's not going to be as big of a deal because it's the desert. But, you know, we get a lot of snow here. We got quite a bit of snow this spring. So, you know, there's been a lot of mud and stuff. You can actually see a lot of the runoff through this stuff. Right here, especially. Like these roads, a lot of these roads kind of double as drainage estuaries. Is that the right word? Okay, so this is a little confusing. So I have really good service here. It feels like we should be going that way, but according to the map, the towers are back kind of the way we just came from. So I'm a little bit on the confused side as to where these things actually are. So this is where we stopped. And this is where kind of the question comes in. I feel like we need to go left here, but I feel like the GPS doesn't have a clue where it's at. I wish I'd run into somebody, I'd ask them. Okay, so now it's saying we just go straight. I can dig it. That makes a lot more sense. I wouldn't have even stopped, but I thought somewhere along this trip there was somewhere where we took a left. There's some huts for you. Some stone building. Why does it feel like that is the way to go? Oh, maybe not. This looks sort of right, I guess. I feel like we got to get up there. So let's just, we'll follow this for a minute and see what happens. Okay, so like, here's the question. Where, see, this doesn't feel right. We shouldn't be going down to get up, right? Bug in the helmet. So now we're getting into a little of the snow runoff, and I'm cool with this stuff, like, that's fine. But it doesn't appear like going up any higher is going to make it worse, because if I look up at the hill, I don't really see any snow up there, but it's the shaded areas where the snow sticks, obviously. I'm surprised at how much camping goes on up here. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but I didn't expect to see so many campgrounds. I mean, like, every time I stop at a little offshoot or whatever, it's got a, you know, it's got a what looks like a fire where a fire from a camp was. I know my wife's at home right now, like, probably watching me on the tracker to see where I'm at. She wasn't concerned about me taking this journey, but anytime you get way out in the middle of nowhere by yourself, obviously, you know, it's nice to have somebody know where you're at. See, that stuff, like that icy, wet stuff on this front tire is so hard to navigate through because it just wants to wash. It's the same thing I dealt with. I don't think I posted the ride where I did the sand pit, but there was a sand pit I did like in Washoe Valley, and ride through that sand was, I mean, you're doing it at low speed, and if you fall you're in sand, so it's not a huge deal, but it was hard. Like, the width of the front wheel just buries itself. There's no ability to float whatsoever. Well, that's what I've been talking about with that's what I've been talking about with mud. Alright, let's get our wits about us here. Alright, so now we have the question. Do we keep going or do we turn back? So took a pretty good spill there. I am douched in mud from head to toe, which I don't really care about. But I'm trying to, like, I'm not hurt, but I'm kind of just take stock and see like how I feel, because I don't want to do a bunch more technical riding than to have to go back down through all the stuff we came up, if that makes sense. Plus I've got like a 40-mile ride home, So I don't know, might soldier up the hill a little bit, see what it looks like, and then kind of make a decision from there. Alright, had to stop for a battery change, but as you can see, the towers are right in front of us. I just don't know if I can make this last hill or not. Not this one, but it looks like it goes straight up here. I mean, it can't go straight up. Gotta be able to get a truck up it. We made it! Jeez Louise! That was interesting, the last third. Oh, I got mud in my eyeball. Oh, jeez. So here we are, we made it. Not without a few bumps and bruises. Let's get our bearings straight here. I'm not sure where we're at, besides on the top of a mountain. So I think this is Silver Springs? Silver something. BC. I can actually, you guys can't, but I can see Virginia City from here, which is pretty rad. There's a lot of stuff up here. Somebody had to haul all this crap up here and build it up here. What a job. Oh yeah, here you go. There's some views for you. So you can see where we started down there, where we came up. It was a lot easier on the bottom than it was on the top. Actually, aside from that one mud pit that Mound House, McClellan, interesting. Aside from the one mud pit that I biffed it in, it was a good ride. But I kind of wondered, like, once we started getting towards the snow sections, how that was gonna work. Because I know the incapabilities of those tires with the snow. So this is 8,200 feet, thereabouts. The birds are just riding the thermals. Gosh, there's a lot of them, crows. Cool up here. I wouldn't want to hike this, like people, you know, hike down through here. So yeah, if you guys straight across, I don't know if you can see or not. Hopefully the camera's working okay. But that's Virginia City. I can actually see the Ophir Grade Trail where we've ridden up to the towers on that side. It's a good view up here. You can see Mount Rose ski area. You actually see ski area. I don't know. I can never remember if that's Diamond Peak or Diamond Head or whatever ski area that is over in Tahoe. Doesn't matter. They're all closed, but I always look really forward to these rides, and then I get up here and I'm like, okay, I guess the ride was what I was after, not the destination. Like, how did they get this up here? Somebody tell me. Why is there a ladder here? I guess to get to the fill valve. I'm always surprised I don't see cameras up here. Imagine the winds and stuff these towers get hit with. Got some stuff not hooked up over there. I just got to come out here and do some work. Oh, poor Lucy, you battered woman, you. Alright guys, I'm gonna fart and we're gonna head back down the hill. So right now, it looks like the only thing, the phone took a beating, it's fine. My bars are bent backwards, just we'll have to loosen and retighten the bolts. And my iPhone cable took a shit, got broke off in the phone. Other than that, she's dirty and ugly, but it's gonna take a big time hose down to get her cleaned off. Not looking forward to the descent. I hate going down this stuff, but I think only the first couple 100 yards are gonna suck real bad. Let's go see. Well guys, a few bumps and bruises and a couple of low sides aside, that's gonna wrap this ride up. There's where we were. This is how we got there. Lost a mirror, bent a handguard. I don't know. Probably have to assess some more damage when we get home. I'm cool. My shoulder hurts a little bit now, like left shoulder, left neck area where I took that spill in the mud. Other than that, that would be a cool ride to do, you know, in like June or July when it's dried out. The only real technical stuff up there is that muddy section where I fell. I don't know why I fell on that last turn. It's like the stupidest thing. I had just stuck my hydration tube in my mouth, and I was like concentrating on trying to bite down on that thing so I could get some water to come out. And that's when I went down, so it is what it is. But as always, 2 thumbs up for you dirty boy today after going for a mud swim. Throw me that like if you've done this ride. Let me know what you think. I think the bike's okay, other than some of the bolt-on stuff. But I will see you guys on the next one. As always, thanks for riding along. Bye guys.